What's up, Pokemon trading card game fanatics? Welcome to another exciting episode of Special Conditions, the podcast where we talk all things TCG. Today is November 26th, 27th for me, 26th for Josh, because time zone stuff, 2019. I am your host, Adam Tuttle, joined by my truly shiny co-host, Josh Brown. How are you?
Aw, hi Adam. How's it going, buddy?
Doing excellent. You had a birthday party?
I did, yes. A few days ago was my birthday on Saturday, the 23rd. The fantastic weekend, surrounded by family and such, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. I'm getting old. I am okay with that because life is getting better on a regular basis. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
Good news all around.
definitely. And surrounded by Pokemon stuff. So
yeah, I saw the picture that you posted on Twitter.
Yeah, I've just been stockpiling cards for a while, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to sit down and open all of these. Spoiler, didn't even barely put a dent in it. By the time, Val and I sat down, and we were like, okay, let's start opening cards, and we would open up like a small stack of them, and it's like, man, this is exhausting opening up this many cards. We were so busy all weekend, and we didn't dedicate like a specific time to do it, so it was just like when we had time, let's go ahead and do this, and then that just turned into
all right, this is taking too much time.
Yeah, pretty much. So I still have a table full of unopened packs of cards. It's out of control, Adam.
I'm jealous.
Yeah, well, it's not cheap,
and it wasn't my birthday, so
that's right.
I can just imagine the Walmart employee being like, "Sir, do you need a bag, or are you just going to drag that whole entire stand out to your car?" Yeah, I'm just taking the whole thing.
I got it. Don't worry.
I actually saw one individual one because I have yet to see the stand that had all the hidden fates with the jumbo cards in them.
Okay.
I've yet to see a full stand. I've yet to see them in a Walmart. I saw one yesterday.
Oh,
I did not buy it. It was, I mean, I guess it was cool. I saw one box, and it was like hidden.
Okay,
gotcha. It was hidden fates hidden behind other boxes.
Sure.
Of their it's like a structure deck, one EX card, and like a couple other cards or packs.
Right.
Just out of format stuff. But I'm like, there's this hidden fates, and I'm like, I really don't need it.
Nope, you don't.
I want it, but I don't need it.
Right.
So I carried it around with me, and then I put it back in the card section.
Well,
because it was in the toy section with that one row of random structure deck boxes.
Right.
So I brought it to the register, and I was like, all right, I'll be the nice guy and leave this for somebody else.
That is very nice of you.
Less hunting for somebody else, it's just there.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if somebody's listening to this and they were the one that found this.
Hope there was a Charizard in there for you.
Oh, don't say that.
Hope there was
something.
I don't know. Some good things that Adam already has, so he doesn't feel bad about not buying it. You know what I saw at the store the other day, which I didn't know they had released yet. The Pokemon TCG World Championship decks from 2019.
Oh yes, I saw those too. Yeah. I'm like, can I just buy all of these?
So those are full structured decks.
Full 60 card decks from the winners of World.
Ready to go.
So you could buy the two masters, the first and second place, and then practice at top tier level decks that are fully constructed with every card meticulously picked for specific reasons.
Right. Okay. So my question about those was so there's 4 different boxes.
Yep. The first place from juniors and seniors, and then the first and second from masters divisions.
Okay. So each one of the 4 boxes had a name for the deck. Did the players get to pick out the names for their decks, or did Pokemon Company decide?
I believe it's the players that pick out the names.
Okay.
But it has to be appropriate.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. So there's Mind Blown, Perfection, which I appreciate, Picarum, Judge, I don't know what that means.
Pikarom.
Pikarom?
Pikachu Zekrom.
Gotcha. Okay. And then the fourth one is just Firebox. I'm like, really? That's the best you could do? Firebox?
Well, I mean, sometimes they just throw a bunch of cards together and call it a
That's
day.
fair.
And it just works.
That's fair.
So,
Kaya, if you're listening, you come up with better names for your winning decks. That's all. That's all I need to throw out there.
oh, shots fired.
I'm just saying, their name's on it. So
he made it all the way to Worlds. We have no place to talk.
yeah. Who knows?
Oh, man.
Shots fired. It's what you come to special conditions, folks. That's what you get.
All right. So we're going to jump into pickup of the week. And listeners, write in. Let us know what you picked up this week or what's on your wish list for the holidays. We would love to hear it.
Yes.
Because I get sick and tired of hearing all the same stuff from myself, you know? Went to my brother's and stole all his cards.
Blah, blah, blah.
I opened up packs.
Josh opened up more Hidden Fates. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, exactly. Pulled more Charizards. So I went to the dollar store and I actually found some Cosmic Eclipse dollar store packs. So I bought a couple of those. And out of 5 packs, I pulled a reverse hollow tag team supporter.
Okay.
And that's it.
Huh?
That is about it.
I was at Dollar Tree on Sunday. Took one of the kids. She was buying some little Christmas decorations. And I found a full box of the Cosmic Eclipse cards, except the box was completely empty. So that was a bummer. Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah. And it was just,
those make for good stocking stuffers.
I bet. Yeah, it was all just like thrown off to the side. Like somebody had come, clearly emptied out the box, and then just like tossed it aside. Like they didn't even care. It's like, man, that's a bummer. Not that I needed more, but you know, if you're going to the Dollar Tree, you might as well pick up some Pokemon cards if you can.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, I'm sorry you didn't pull anything exciting at him.
Oh, don't be. I've got packs to open soon.
Wait. I'm excited. I am excited.
And I haven't come up. Do you think I should just go live randomly during the day and just be like, all right, I'm opening up a pack?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're doing, folks. Is stay glued into the Pokemon Professor Network Instagram. I will randomly be going live every single day, except for Monday, which will be a recorded one that I post because it's still Insta Booster. And that's the one consistent that I will to this day keep on the grams. As
you should. You got a good thing going.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, why fix it? You know?
No reason.
Did you pull anything? Any birthday spoils?
So out of the few packs that we opened, got another Darkrai full art shiny GX. Yeah. It's still sexy when I see it. I'm like, yeah.
Listen, you need to send me a list of cards that you're interested in or something that I might have because
okay, you know what's bugging me? As much as many packs of Hidden Fates that I've opened, there are still a few of the full art trainers that I've never even seen, and that bugs me to no end.
Oh yeah, like Giovanni. I had been missing Giovanni for so long.
No, I have 20 Giovannis, Adam.
Oh,
I'm talking about the fisherman, and there's a couple others that I'm like, I see it in the book, but I don't think those cards actually exist.
Well, this whole set is bonkers because it's the same thing with Pinsir. I went forever without finding a Pinsir.
That's true. It's wild. Maybe I got a bunch of them sitting on my table. Who knows? Also in a pack, it had a Mewtwo in it, and then another Mewtwo. So I got the Mewtwo GX and then the shiny Mewtwo GX.
Oh, that is such a sick pack.
Yeah, I was like,
Mewtwo.
I did take a picture of that, actually. Let me text it to you real quick. Because I didn't want to post it without talking about it first. But yeah, opening the pack, I'm like, oh, this is fantastic. So that was probably the best pack so far of the Hidden Fates. I still got so many to go through. It's not even funny. But it wasn't even my favorite card that got pulled of the ones that we opened, because I did get a booster box of Cosmic Eclipse as well, and we opened up a few packs of those. And it probably is not super rare or expensive or anything like that, but got the Pikachu character card.
Hey,
And
I
look,
still don't have that one.
it's just so cool. It's so cool looking. That is just like a burst of nostalgia. Like, boom! You're like, yeah, that's Pokemon right there, So,
Says the guy that doesn't remember any of his Pokemon cards from the base set.
I'm not saying it's making me think of the old Pokemon cards, but just like, Pikachu, like that's Ash's buddy,
Yeah.
man. Like Ash and Pikachu. That's Pokemon to me. So
It's classic.
yeah, so that's a cool character card. Getting that was super cool. I think we got a couple other of the tag team GXs already. What's the Charizard? What's his? Does he have one?
Braxian.
Yes, got that one.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, just the regular GX, not that hyper ultra rare or anything like that. But
Yeah, they just came out with like a big box for that, where it's like a promo version of that, and then Venusaur and Snivy.
oh, okay.
Left Blastoise completely out of it.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. Knees jumping now. You should be too,
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it does. I think it comes with like a playmat and like a bunch of packs and stuff.
Oh, is that big Evolutions box? I think they called it or something.
Yeah, it's big.
Okay. Yeah.
Like there was one at GameStop that was just like it's pretty tall too.
Right. It's obnoxiously big. Yeah, those have been the polls so far. There's, like I said, a lot of packs to open still. So there's another Charizard sitting on my coffee table. I know that for sure. I'm not even.
Oh my goodness.
I could just tell you. I just know. Yeah, you like that sound, Adam. I got packs to open. I got two packs to open, Adam.
2 packs.
Yes.
Yeah, one for you and one for me.
Right. Except one's a Cosmic Eclipse and one's a Hidden Fates. Which one would you like me to open up first?
Hidden Fates, because your excitement level can't be too intense.
Okay.
Because like you've pulled the whole set.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
You think.
if you pull a Charizard.
Right. Yeah, the show's going viral in no time flat. So
but if you pull something good from Cosmic Eclipse, it's bigger.
It's true.
Bigger excitement there.
We'll see. Hidden Fates, shiny Mewtwo on the pack. Code card I got here. T42 NNMG VWK QRW. So good luck to somebody out there. Let's see what we got here, Adam. We got Blue
Come on,
Energy.
Papa needs a new shiny GX.
No kidding. Chansey, Giovanni's Exile, who he's a punk in Pokemon Go. I'll tell you that. It took me forever. Brock's Pewter City Gym, Psyduck, Staryu, Clefairy. Thank you for the awesome AR photo of Psyduck, by the way.
I realized that I did not have a actual Psyduck, like just a basic Psyduck. I had to purify one of my shadow ones and then wait for the white light to like get out of the way so I could actually get a photo of it. And luckily the only white light was on its like toes.
How do you not have a regular Psyduck?
I have no idea. Probably because when I caught the one that I caught, it was 100%, and I powered it up all the way and evolved it.
I don't even want to know how you manage your bag. It's stressing me out just thinking about it right now. So, anyway, Psyduck, Staryu, Clefairy. Thanks for spending the Stardust to purify it. You're a champ.
You're welcome.
Slowpoke, Pikachu. We have a shiny. Because of course we do, Adam.
Let me guess. It's a Sudowoodo.
It is a Scyther.
Hey, okay.
Shiny. It's a beautiful looking card. I love it.
Scyther's amazing.
Mew. Follow it up with a Mew. So
okay, not a bad pack.
I'll take a shiny any day, Adam. Any day of the week, my friend. Still don't have a Scyther in Pokemon Go, so it's as close as I'll ever get. Cosmic Eclipse has been opened. Code card for this: HDTYDBPTHGWVR. Good luck to whoever gets that as well. All right. What do we got here with Cosmic Eclipse, my friend? What do we got? Purple Energy. Malo and Lana tag team trainer card. Cricketune. Kirlia. Carvana. Tepig. Sleeping. Baby little pig. So adorable.
Togedemaru, yeah.
Togedemaru, okay. Onyx, Whalmer, a reverse hollow Lycanroc. Okay. And Entei.
Just a rare.
Yeah.
Ugh, okay.
Look, they can't all be winners, Adam.
Well, at least you got a shiny. You pulled something good, right?
Yeah. Shiny is a shiny is a shiny. And I will never complain about that, my friend. So,
Because it's a shiny.
Yeah, lots of pack to open still. Like I said, I'll brag about the Charizard when I pull it. So we'll just go from there. But so far, I really like the Cosmic Eclipse set. I will say that.
Well, it's so hard. I was trying to explain it to one of my coworkers. I open a pack and I was like, yeah, basically every single card in the set is junk. It's all like structure deck attacks and easy text and just simple like, oh, okay, evolutions of one or two Pokemon. Even the rares are like Butterfree has one attack and for one energy it does like 40 damage. It's like sad.
Right.
And I was like, so basically if I don't pull anything that's shiny, it's a dud. It wasn't worth the $4 to buy it.
Right. Yeah, I know. From a competitive point of view, like you have a different perspective. So I get that. I respect it. But as a collector, I still think the cards look cool. So, and I feel like every time I open a pack, like I'm still getting cards that I don't have, just because
Well,
the set is so
that's
giant.
true, especially from Cosmic Eclipse, because I'm like, okay, this common. Why do I not have this common?
Right.
It was like an Oddish. I was like, what?
How does that?
I've opened up like 20 packs. Where's my Oddish?
Right. Yeah, I get it.
I opened up an entire 36 pack box, and I still don't have like an uncommon something small.
Mm-hmm.
Like it blows my mind.
Yeah, it's so big.
All right, Josh.
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
I do. I have a burning question that's been on my mind for a while now.
Is it about your burn condition?
No.
Okay.
Not quite.
We already went over that.
Yeah. That's why I don't have a question anymore. It's all solved. Problem figured out. No. A lot of popular YouTubers these days that open Pokemon cards like to open old vintage cards. Right?
Right.
Where in the world are people getting these old vintage cards from? There could only be a limited amount of these, right? Okay.
Correct. Which is why they're so expensive.
Sure. But where are they all coming from? How do you obtain old vintage Pokemon cards? And also, are they just for collections at this point? Can any of them be used in play at all? Tell me about old cards, Adam.
Okay. So the old cards there's always like a print run.
Okay.
And they end at some point. And like first edition sealed booster boxes of base set are extremely rare. Whereas the ones that aren't for first edition are probably less rare.
Okay.
But
how many editions, like, is there a way of knowing how many editions there are of like sets?
I don't know when they stopped printing first editions, but they would do first editions first. So it's like the first run, and then they would, wean it out with the regular.
Okay.
And I was always a fan of the first edition, so I'd always try to buy them as fast as possible. But it's...
Is there any way to tell on the card if it's a first edition or not?
Yes, there will be a symbol on the left of like the type of Pokemon it is. It'll say like where Poliwag is, it'll say like a tadpole Pokemon. It'd be to the left of that, like right under the picture.
Okay.
And the set symbol would be to the right of that.
Gotcha.
They used to have the card structured differently.
Okay.
And I think I want to say all the way through like the Neo Genesis, like all of Gen 2, all those packs I believe could be first edition as well. Somebody will prove me wrong, which I hope. But I'm pretty sure all through those, like all gym challenges, all fossil, rocket, jungle, base set, all that could be first. Because I physically have some of the Neo sets that are first edition.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I think when they went to e-reader, I think that's when because then the set symbols and stuff had to change. So I think that's when they went away with the first edition. But I could be wrong.
Okay.
I could be wrong. And as far as where are people getting them, people are hoarders. People hold on to things. There's a local comic book shop like next to me, and I went in there, and I'm like, "Where'd you get this?" He had a full box of structure decks for the fossil decks, the one with Magmar and the one with Wheezing on it. I don't know the exact names, but I'm like, "Where'd you get that?" And he's like, "Oh, well, one of my coworkers, like one of my workers that he has work for him. He's like, yeah, he just had it and he just brought it in so he could sell them."
Wow.
I'm like, are you serious? And he's selling them for $25 each. I couldn't justify at the time buying them for $50. And by the time I was like ready, I walked in there and I was like, all right, I think I'm gonna get them.
And they were gone.
There was only one Magmar left. And so I was like, I really want it, but again, I couldn't justify. Like, I know it was definitely a good price because I think I can find them relatively cheap, like around $45, because it's still a sealed product from that era. So it's still like nostalgia and collectible. But yeah, I was late. I should have just bought one of each.
Dang it!
Or I should have just gotten them all and then flipped them.
Yeah, that's something to do also. So, is there any value? Like, you can't play with any of the cards anymore, right?
I mean, if you find somebody that plays within that format of the cards that they were, or they have a deck, you can play against somebody. But for the most part, no. Nobody, like, they're not in competitive play. You cannot play those. The oldest set in competitive play that you can use is black and white, and that's for expanded. So it's like black and white on. So right now for standard, it's Ultra Prism on. So it's like all the older cards are just thrown at the wayside. No, but there are some still valuable cards. Like there is still, Charizards from many different sets. There's a shining Charizard or shiny Charizard from Dragon Frontiers. It's a Charizard Star, so it's basically a basic Pokemon, but it's dark type. It looks so sick. And it's like I've had that, and I don't really remember what I traded it for, but now it's going for a lot of money. Yep, of course it is. So it just kind of is like, man, I should just be holding on to every single Charizard I get.
Yeah.
Eventually they'll go up in price.
So how long do I have to hold on to unopened packs of Hidden Fates for them to be worth some serious cash?
Well, at the rate they're printing them, because we thought that they were just gonna, give us a few and then let us like kind of clamor over when they release more. Yeah, and now they're just kind of like, willy nilly. Here's some here, here's some there. Like there was plenty of tins at the Walmart I went to, plenty of tins. So it's not like people can't find them now. I think people are just getting sick of it. Yeah. But I mean, if you're looking for the Charizard and like trying to flip Charizards or something, like I'm sure somebody's still doing that, but they probably spent all their money on every other thing.
I don't know who would do that. Sounds crazy.
Josh. But
honestly, I will look back years from now and think, man, opening up Hidden Fates was one of the most fun experiences I've had with Pokemon in general.
Yes, I'm right there with you. It's like adrenaline every single
right.
You don't know what it is. It's either wicked depressing or you're like on such a high from opening up shiny after shiny. It's like
I don't know, man. They did good with this set, that's for sure. So, like, are there... eBay seems like the obvious answer, but like, is that the best place to get old vintage cards? Are there online resellers that like are...
Yeah, because you can go through like Troll and Toad and like Collector's Cash, because they will actually have like things verified and like graded like when they purchase something from somebody. So like if a listener just randomly had a full booster box of the base set and they were like, hey, I want to sell this to you guys, they'll make them an offer based on like, has it been tampered with, stuff like that, and then go from there. But yeah, it's
tricky, right?
It's a tricky market, trying to figure out how to like say it correctly.
So there's one term,
because there are people that try to fake stuff like that. So you can imagine people buying just because there are people that sell just the packs themselves opened, and then people try to repackage stuff, sell it as whole because it's worth thousands of dollars. So why not throw everything, like all my old cards, like, oh man, I've got so many base set cards, let me just repackage those.
There's one term that I've heard thrown around, especially with old vintage cards, that I'm not quite sure I know what it means. But weighted packs. Do you know what I'm talking about?
So, my experience with weighted is way back when I would go to the store with some other people from the TCG community. Yes, here's me being honest. It felt uncomfortable, so it's not like I did this ever after that. It's like I bought a scale because everybody said, oh yeah, get a scale, you need this specific one, and you go in and it's just like you grab, it's like the weight wasn't exact, but it's like it has to be between this number and this number, and 9 times out of 10 you'd pull like a hollow or better because the card's way more. Yeah.
Okay.
And back then, like, yeah, it was just, I don't know. Then since then they've adjusted, so you can't really do that too much, because like various things, like how much glue's on the packaging and stuff like that. But it all adds to the weight,
right?
So you can't judge it by the weight anymore.
Okay,
but people do.
But you used to be able to.
Yes.
Wow. So you could take a pack, put it on a scale, and it would be precise enough to know that it was just a little bit heavier than a normal pack, which meant it was a hollow.
A hollow or better, yeah.
Or better.
Because the card stock that they had to print on was a little bit thicker than a normal.
Gotcha. That is wild to me.
Yeah, no, and it's one of those, like, you go in the store a couple times, you're like, and like it'd be like it was so weird. I remember like being at like one of like the registers that's like shut down, but we just kind of like were weighing packs and we're like, all right, these are all the good ones, these are all the bad ones. Who wants to buy any of the good ones? And it's like, so I'd be like, oh, I'll get 3 of those ones, and open it up, and I'd get like 2 hollows and an EX, and I'd be like, sweet, be all excited. But like,
and shop owners would let you do that?
Not shop owners. This is like Target, Walmart.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, because exactly, and I think they quickly caught on to stuff like that because they were like, what are these kids doing?
Right.
But I mean, I still, like, it was just, I felt the awkwardness. Like, I felt that it wasn't right. So it was like, after like 2 times of that happening, I'm like, I'm all set. I'm not going to go on a pack run anymore.
Sure. So now, if you're buying old vintage cards from people online, like, there's a good chance they've already weighed them.
Yep.
And
yeah, because they sell packs for like $70. So it's like, you're probably just gonna get a random pack that has a rare in it, and you're not gonna think anything of it because I'm buying one pack that's like randomly.
Right. You think it's random, but the people selling it have already weighed it and know that it's most likely not gonna have a hollow in it.
Yes.
That's wild. So then that would be the advantage of buying like a full sealed up booster box.
Correct.
Because then it hasn't been weighed.
Yeah.
But then you have to trust that it's been sealed, factory sealed, and not resealed.
Exactly.
Oh, God. Buying old packs sounds
like a nightmare.
Super frustrating. Yeah.
Right? Which is why I just rather like find them and like trade for the cards I need.
Right. Yeah. That makes way
Like
more
the
sense.
idea of having booster packs, like it's the idea of having these old packs makes you feel something that like I can't even explain. Like when I saw those structure decks, just owning it.
Yeah.
Like just seeing it in the store, knowing I could like, here's my money and grab it. And like, that's from my childhood, like
right.
11-year-old me. Okay. I've got this structure deck in my hand. Like, 20 years later, here I am. Like I could do it again.
My wallet is so thankful that I have no nostalgia for old Pokemon cards because I'd be so broke at them.
Well, see, that's the thing. I have old nostalgia for them, but I would just rather, like, I find enjoyment out of the fact that I've played, like, I've physically played in competitions with the cards that I'm most nostalgic with.
Right.
From 2008 on. So, like, 2008 era cards are like all the Delta species, the EX Dragon Frontiers. That is like the set that I want the most.
Right.
But I've stayed far away because the stars are expensive.
Sure.
But the packs are expensive too.
Right. All right. Well, thank you. I've been wanting to talk old cards with you for a while, so that was good.
Well, thank you for bringing it up because it's not something I get to talk about a lot because they're old.
Sometimes you sneak it in with your card of the week, but yeah, mostly we don't. So this is good.
Well, I mean, I try to switch it up a little bit.
Yeah.
But I also try to keep it sort of competitive so people...
Right. There are people listening to this show that care about the competitive play of Pokemon cards.
And so this week, we're going to talk about a stadium card, Chaotic Swell.
Aha! I've seen this card, Adam. I think I pulled it.
It looks just like a desert. It's pretty dry and cracked, and there's a storm a-brewing.
Right.
It's pretty basic.
Is it from Cosmic Eclipso?
It is from Cosmic Eclipse.
That's where I've seen it.
So this stadium card, because you can only play one stadium card per turn.
Okay.
From your hand. And it would discard the other stadium card if there is another stadium card in play.
Okay.
But what makes Chaotic Swell so chaotic is that it says whenever either player plays a stadium card from their hand, discard that stadium card after discarding this one. The new stadium card has no effect. So I need to play down my Shrine of Punishment, but it gets knocked out immediately because of Chaotic Swell.
Okay.
Or I play my Life, I think it's Life Forest. But when you play it, normally you'd be able to heal one of your grass Pokemon for like 60 damage.
Okay.
But because it has no effect, it gets discarded immediately.
Gotcha.
Like this stadium prevents you from, sneaking in the effect of the stadium when you play it down, which I think is really unique.
That's interesting.
And so people are just playing like 4 of these just to win the stadium war. Because if me, the opposing player, plays down a stadium, I use Chaotic Swell, gets rid of your stadium, you play your next stadium, and my one Chaotic Swell just discarded both of yours.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar on stadium cards as it is. So like when you said like the stadium war, like I'm not entirely sure what exactly you're talking about.
So stadium cards, you can play one per turn, and it stays on the field.
It just stays.
Kind of think of, are you familiar with the Pokemon games?
Yeah.
So in the games, if it's hailing out, or if it's if it's sandstormy or whatever, or raining outside.
Okay, there we go. That's an easy one.
The environment is like wet.
Yes.
So it like boosts lightning attacks. Or it dampens like fire attacks or something like that. So when you play a stadium card, it affects both players.
Okay.
And in the TCG, that's exactly what it does. So there's like Power Plant. It makes it so all GX Pokemon in your hand, in the discard pile, and in play have no abilities.
Interesting. Okay. So
that goes for both players. So that's very detrimental.
So a stadium card is just adding an effect to the battlefield, essentially.
Correct.
For everybody.
Changing the game state, if you will. So if I'm playing Mewtwo with Perfection, hence that World's winning deck,
right?
Power Plant's going to stop that.
Gotcha.
But how Mewtwo survives is you just play Chaotic Swell.
Because that would eliminate the Power Plant.
That gets rid of Power Plant. And if you have another Power Plant and you play it, it also gets discarded from the effect of Chaotic Swell. Because, like, yes, you discard my Chaotic Swell, but the effect of Chaotic Swell discards your stadium.
Gotcha. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's brutal. This makes it so it's like you have to play stadium cards in your deck no matter what. And this just eats other stadium cards.
So this one card, by playing it, effectively could take out 2 stadium cards.
Correct.
That's crazy.
Because if I have one already on the field, you discard mine to play this.
Right.
And then I play the new one, but it also gets discarded.
That's wild. So has this started? I mean, it just came out, right? Was this in another set before?
It was not, no.
Okay, so this is a brand new card.
Yes.
I'm excited to see how people use it.
Well, it already did well in the, I want to say it was the Latin American.
I guess to me, Cosmic Eclipse just came out, so I'm surprised that people have already started using it in competitive play. I mean, I guess I'm excited to see more people using it and how people counter against it and work around it, and it's all going to get figured out. So
yeah, and I mean the one workaround that we do have is Marshadow from Unbroken Bonds, with the ability resetting Hole. It says once during your turn, if this Pokemon is on your bench, you may discard any stadium card in play. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all cards attached to it. So it's a searchable Pokemon, and then he can discard the stadium.
Gotcha.
But still, if somebody's playing 4 of those, good luck.
Right.
Good luck.
You gonna try to play with it?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna have to figure out a way around it, or play.
Yeah.
It's one of those, you play it, or you figure out a way to play around it.
Right. So which way are you gonna go?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
See.
Yeah, wait and see, Hammer.
Do you have any?
I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I've opened up a box, so it's like I've seen it. I have it physically. I just don't know how I want to play it or what I want to play. Sure. I haven't put something together since my last league challenge, and I went with Pikarom.
Right.
And thought I was good, and then somebody just used the fairy charm that prevents all GXs that are lightning from doing damage, and I said, good game.
Lessons were learned, Adam.
Lessons were learned. And after that defeat, I was kind of demoralized. So,
well, you need to get back on your horse.
Exactly.
It's time. It's time to get chaotic on these swells.
I like what you did there. You brought the storm to me.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you for teaching me about that card.
You're welcome. And Josh, I think that was a show.
It was. It was a good little show.
Well, we had to get something out for you guys.
Yes, absolutely. Thanksgiving's coming up, man. I'm salivating at pumpkin pie.
Oh my gosh, I know. My mom is coming over, and I've been deemed in charge of doing Thanksgiving. So
how about that?
I am excited. Actually, hold on one second. We do
What's
have
a vegan Thanksgiving look like?
Tofurkey.
I mean, good for you, but I'm sad for you at the same time. I'm not going to yuck your yum, Adam, but no,
it's okay.
Yeah. Do you make a regular turkey for other people?
Well, it's literally just because this Thanksgiving's weird. It's everybody's kind of away.
Right.
My dad's not around. My grandfather's in the hospital.
Right.
Grandmother's with my aunt, and they're doing something, and
you don't have to do a whole production, is what you're saying.
Yeah. It's fair. Just going to be me, my son, my mom, and my partner Chanel.
Right.
So
Tofurkey for all.
Yeah, and it's I'm gonna have tons of other food. And I cook good stuffing. I'm gonna have corn, green beans. I'm gonna do the works.
Okay.
Oh man, green bean casserole. Oh, now I have to figure that out.
You got this.
right? I wrote down a menu and I'm like, all right, well, what do I need? What am I making?
Yeah.
Because I'm like thinking about everything that would be on a normal spread, and
Do you, man? Do you? People will
because
like it, I
basically I
promise.
get home tomorrow after work and have to start setting up everything. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
okay, this email, it's from Rick.
Hi, Rick.
He says, "Hey Adam and Josh, so here goes. I've always liked Pokemon, but I've never dove in headfirst until recently. Growing up, I played a couple of the games, watched a couple episodes of the anime, but never collected the cards or anything. Fast forward to Pokemon Go, and the bug caught on again, and I spent way more money on Pokeballs and lures than I could ever admit to my wife." Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I feel that. I feel that. About 2 weeks ago, my coworker and friend tells me he's been playing PTCG, or the Pokemon trading card game, with his kids, and he introduced me to the game. I have a 10-month-old son, and life has been crazy this year, and turns out Pokemon trading card game and PTCGO is exactly what I needed to de-wind.
Nice.
So looking to soak up more Pokemon trading card game info, I found your podcast and listened to all 13 episodes this week. LOL. It was awesome.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
As a beginner, I've learned so much from listening from you guys. Thanks for the great
Nothing
content.
from me, just to point that out. Nothing. Learned nothing from all.
No. You asked the questions that needed to be answered. So there's a reason you're here.
Yeah, it's true.
And I'm now subscribed and will be leaving a review with 5 stars for sure. So anyways, I bought a starter deck and I've been playing the Rayquaza Arena deck to play, and I've been buying booster packs like a madman. I bought an Elite Trainer box, 2 tins, pin boxes, and after listening to you guys mention it, I've been buying things that say Hidden Fates.
Yes, you have.
And yes, the day I listened to your podcast about grading cards, in a Mew pin box, boom, I pull a shiny Charizard.
Heck yeah.
Oh man.
That's awesome.
In capital letters, he goes, "Help!" It was the best feeling ever, but I'm quickly realizing I'm new to the game and have no idea what I'm doing. I went to the local card shop and they put in a perfect fit sleeve and a hard case. It's so sweet, but unfortunately, I need to sell it to sustain this new Pokemon card drug habit I now have. And I guess it will also help me with my family's upcoming Christmas expenses.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah, no, definitely sell the Charizard while the selling's hot.
Yeah.
Because people are still buying them. So
Yep.
It's when they stop buying them that you have an issue.
You just have all these shiny Charizards and nothing to do with them.
I know.
Sounds awful.
Speak of the devil, Josh. I've got so many. No. And he said, yes, did you end up deciding on Beckett or PSA? I definitely want to send out for grading ASAP and get it listed. So, Rick, I did not get mine graded. I just went with the power of me throwing it on eBay, and it didn't sell for as much as I wanted it to. But like you said, I just needed it. You just needed it gone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did not get it graded. But if I were to get it graded, I would think I would go through Beckett. The format is a little bit simpler in my opinion. And you can get away with just doing the one.
Right.
And it being reasonable, but you're still going to dish out about $70, maybe a little bit more. So maybe a little bit less.
So is it worth it?
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, and what it is, if it comes back as a pristine 10, you can probably sell it for around six something.
Right.
6. I want to say a good solid 600.
Yeah.
So you basically make out an extra 100 or 2 if you were to sell it.
Right. From what I've learned since we talked about grading, because I've done more research on it, PSA seems to be like the more go-to, commonly used for Pokemon card grading. But the Beckett does have like that pristine black label for 10s, like perfect 10s, perfect 10s. And that black label alone from Beckett drives up the price even more than what a PSA 10 could possibly do, which is
yes,
wild to me, but that's just the game that you play. So, like, if you think it's a perfect, and it has the potential of getting that Beckett Black label, then it's definitely worth the money to go that route.
And if you don't think it's worth, like, if you think, like, you're like, it looks like it possibly is like an 8.
Yeah.
I just put on eBay.
Yeah.
And do like whatever you are willing to let it go as, like your highest, and then like allow best offers for what you like. You don't really want to get rid of it for that, but if you had to, you would.
Yeah.
And just start there, and hopefully somebody will meet in the middle.
Yeah, definitely have like a what you want to get price like listed, if not a little bit more than that, but like have an internal price in your heart of like the bare minimum that you'll possibly accept for that. Never tell anyone what that is, but just know what it is. So when that day comes when somebody's trying to talk you down to a price, you at least have like a basis for like, well, it's better than like my bare minimum, but I could get more. Like have.
It's tough because Christmas is right around the corner, so your time frame is pretty short. And then if you don't get it out to somebody soon and they want it for Christmas, like that causes an issue. But definitely, if you are sending it through eBay, get it signature confirmation and all that jazz tracking, and make sure that it gets there.
Yeah,
that's all that I'll say.
People on eBay are sketchy sometimes.
Yeah, and he does go on to say, like, he sees different prices. He says, like, how do I know what the price to list it at? Just do eBay sold, sold and completed. So that is, I hit buy it now, and then I bought it.
Yeah.
But if it wasn't completed, it's buy it now, and then it's sitting in my cart that I haven't paid for.
Right. Yeah, you definitely want to see what it's being sold at, not what it's being listed at by other people.
Exactly. And
good luck.
Yeah.
Let's keep us up to date with how that goes.
Yeah, and I'll just do this for you right now. I'm literally just checking as of this podcast, the latest one that I'm looking at that just sold today, $224.99.
Yeah.
Free shipping. $231. So you're looking at about $230 right now.
Yeah.
Average $225.
It's a fluid market.
And that's just for today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes up and down. So.
But I mean, when we were first talking about this, it was $500, and that was just for Joe Schmo Charizard I just pulled. So the price could go down. If you hold on to it long enough, it'll go up. But how long can you wait? It's a crazy game. I would just get rid of it if you really, really want more cards.
Do
or you just trade it to me.
Do what's best for you and your family.
And I will send you as many cards as I possibly can.
I got boxes and boxes of common Hidden Fates cards that I could definitely send your way.
Yeah, I mean, I've got EXs go. I mean, just stuff. I've got stuff.
You need a Wigglytuff?
But he said, so he says, he goes on to say, what is the trend with Pokemon cards like this? Do they hold value? Do they rise in value with time? Or if I don't sell it fast, will this card lose all of its value when the hype dies down? Also, I want to try something that's not a theme deck. Any recommendations on a solid deck build to work from that's not overwhelming for beginners? Sorry for the long email and amateur questions, and thanks in advance.
That's what this podcast is for,
Rick. Yeah. That is what this podcast is for. And as far as the trend, again, if you hold on to it for like 10 years, it's going to go up, but you have to hold on to it for 10 years and you have to make sure it stays in pristine condition. The hype will go down.
Speaking from a novice point of view here, I'm going to repeat something that you have told me many times, Adam, over the last several months. There has never been anything like Hidden Fates from the Pokemon cards. This is so unique. Like, it's a complete crapshoot as to where this lands in the future as far as value is concerned, because you said it to me many times, Adam, you've never seen anything like this. A set like this.
Correct. But at the same token, give it another couple of sets. They could just drop another one on us. They could just be like, here's another bomb.
But they might not.
And then we
but
all
they might
freak out
never
again.
do it again. So it's so tough, just because it isn't following a pattern.
Right. And as far as not a theme deck, well, I'd say you picked up the Rayquaza deck, the Battle Arena deck. That is a far throw from a theme, like from an actual theme deck. Say if you got the Necrozma one, both of those are so far like left field. Those, yes, they are structure deck esque, but those are strategies that are like top tier. So if you got both of those, messed around, added a few cards, took a couple cards out, check on limitlesstcg.com. Basically, you can see what's winning. Just hit tournaments and, click the latest one and just scroll through. And like, because right now it's pretty much like Reshiram Charizard is like the biggest thing. And that's pretty much just like Fire Energies, Welder, and some different types of fire Pokemon. And you can add whatever you want. You can play it with different colorless Pokemon. You can play it with the Dragon, Turtonator, Victini, Prism Star. Like, it's the Charizard, Reshirams are the expensive part. Otherwise, it's a pretty cheap deck. So that's my suggestion.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good one. I think we should trust your opinion on this one. Well, thank you, Rick. Thanks for writing in.
Yeah, we appreciate it. All right. Now that we ended the show, and then now we're going to end the show again. I'm so sorry. But this was an awesome podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for writing in. And remember, if you're affected by a special condition, don't forget to use a full heal. Later, trainers.
Good night.